Hi, this is Katie. A while back, I had done a video with about, I don't know, 14, over 24 different cards that I had done with this stamp set right here. And as I went through that stack of cards and showed all of those to you, there were 3 or 4 of them where I said I was going to come back and do a video to show how that particular card was made, and this is one of those cards. This card, you can see, focuses on the tree from the Mary Moose stamp set. So this was created using a mask. What I did was I wanted this tree to be crisp and clear in the front. I wanted a more muted look for like a misty forest behind it. I did not want a straight edged block to look like a formal picture frame. So I cut myself a frame by hand. So it was not, you can see where there's no inking. It wasn't a straight edged frame. It had some character to it. Let's put it that way. And I will let you see the process then for making that. So I started by doing the background piece, and then I stamped the big tree, the front tree, after I'd finished the background portion. I started by laying my mask over the card. The mint macaron was the color I chose for the background piece. You'll notice I'm going to open this stamp pad and the next one differently. This is one of the older ink pads, so if you happen to come across any of those, they need to be released, and then they hinge where your thumb is down here, so you flip them and slide them back. This is the newer ink pad, which hinges not by your thumb, it hinges in the back, and then it slides this way. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is to stamp a bunch of trees, and then I'm going to come back and add that misty effect. And you could tape this down if you wanted. I feel I'm fine with what I'm doing, just holding it. I'm putting them at slightly different heights, some of them a little bit darker than others. I kind of missed the corner. It's not a problem. This is a forest. I'll just come back and fill in. It's all good, because then I'm going to come back with my sponge, and I'm going to sponge over it to give it that misty effect. Now, sponge really is a sponge. This is Stampin' Up's art sponges. You cannot use a kitchen dish sponge, because you know what it's like when you go in and you've got a dry sponge in your hand. It's hard as a rock, and you can't use that to absorb ink. So you need to use an art sponge. Stampin' Up sells these packages. They can come 3 in a package, and I always take the round sponge and I cut them up into 6 pieces. And then in my stamp room, I just keep a dedicated one for each color. Didn't mean to close that. So now I'm going to come back and pick up some ink here on my sponge, and I'm just going to come back, and I wanted a swirly effect of like a mist in a forest. And you can see all those places where my stamp didn't quite cover by the edge of the framing paper. It's just all getting filled in with color. So that was easy. Now I can remove my template, and then I'm going to come back with a darker ink and stamp my image over it. Now this will be nice and crisp and clear. So the darker color, as well as the fact that it didn't have a sponge going across it, makes this image more clear and the rest of it look like it's in a foggy background. Pretty easy technique, beautiful for creating scenes. I hope you give it a try sometime. If you need sponges or any of the other product that you've seen here, I'll have links below. If you found this useful, please give it a thumbs up. Then I know people like this kind of content. And if you subscribe, then you will get notifications when I have future ones. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.